So, good evening, dear friends. The last month of spring is already coming to the end. Spring is the time of the year when nature revives and we people are increasingly warmed by the warm rays of the sun. Yaroslavl is so beautiful in spring, and I would like to tell you about one of the most beautiful places in the city, the Governor's Garden. It is located a couple of steps from my school, and every time I pass it by, I admire its beauty either in winter or in summer. In summer, when you come to the Governor's Garden, you find yourself in a fairy tale. You feel you are protected by the leaves and the trees, and in winter you seem to have traveled to the Snow Queen's kingdom. The bustling embankment, crowded with tourists, street musicians, and athletes jogging along it, is left outside the gate, and you find yourself in a picturesque corner that has preserved the atmosphere of the last centuries, where silence and tranquility surround you. This garden was founded in 1821-1822. Many royal persons, including Emperors Alexander I and Nicholas II, managed to visit here. After the revolutionary events, the outlay of the garden changed, and it began to be used as a children's recreation park. Since 1989, the garden has belonged to the Yaroslavl Art Museum, which restored this beautiful place. As a result, the garden has become an open-air museum, on the territory of which the exhibition Sculpture in the Open Air is located. The Governor's Garden, together with the estate, represent a single architectural and historical ensemble. Sculptures can be found here and there on the park alleys, appear from behind a bush or along the path. In total, about 30 works are presented in the park. The sculptural images of the garden are made of granite, marble, bronze, and ceramics. The exhibition areas are effectively emphasized by landscape design, which highlights the beauty of the sculptural works. The alleys of the park are decorated with blooming flower beds and green lawns. The paths meet in the center at a large fountain framed by a flower garden. Snow-white benches are installed in the secluded, shady corners of the garden, and there is even a romantic swing in one of the faraway corners of the park. From May to October, concerts, theatrical performances, various festivals, presentations, and of course wedding ceremonies are held in the Governor's Garden. Another place I would like to tell you about is PERVOMAISKY Boulevard. In fact, PERVOMAISKY Boulevard is a long alley stretching from the Volkov Theatre through Red Square to the Volga Embankment. However, Yaroslavl citizens use it as a city park and like to relax here in their free time, enjoying the amazing atmosphere of the ancient city. The history of Pervomaisky Boulevard began in 1821. It was laid out on the site of the demolished city rampart. In the middle of the 19th century, the boulevard was a real garden with lime alleys and lawns with bushes in bloom and flower beds. Very quickly, the residents fell in love with it, and soon this place became an attractive place to spend time at. Over time, playgrounds, rides, outdoor stalls, and soft drinks were arranged here. Cafes and a stage for concerts appeared. Among Yaroslavl residents, the boulevard was reputed to be a place of walks exclusively to the honorable public. The park received its current name in the spring of 1918 in honor of the youth demonstration on the 1st of May, 1905. On the 8th of July 2009, a sculpture of Peter and Fivonia, patrons of family, love, and fidelity, was installed on Pervomaisky Boulevard. During holidays and festivals, various sections of the boulevard can be used as an outdoor gallery, an amusement area, a playground, or a concert venue. Every year, flowers are planted here that make this place even brighter and more colorful. Nature is part of our life. But unfortunately, because of our careless treatment, many plants and animals are disappearing. They are listed in the Red Book. After studying the plants of the Yaroslavl region listed in this book, I have selected several endangered flowers that I really like. First, Siberian iris is a flower that has gained popularity due to the variety of colors, durability, and frost resistance. The plant grows well in the northern and southern parts of the Russian Federation and can do without transplanting for up to 20 years. It's an interesting fact that Siberian iris has no smell, so it can be grown in the garden even for those who are allergic. Second, lilies of the valley. I've always liked these flowers, but I get very upset when walking around the city I see people selling these flowers. Statistics show that every year there are fewer of them. It is known that lilies of the valley are used in medicine, gardening, and in everyday life. In the wild, lilies of the valley begin to bloom during the 7th year. The natural habitat of lilies of the valley is meadows and mountain slopes, and it takes a lot of time to grow a lily of the valley. That's why this plant is so rare in nature. And finally, snowdrops. They mostly grow in forests, and special conditions are not needed for their growth. So why are they listed in the Red Book? The fact is that people really like to pluck snowdrops, and also today people are actively cutting down forests, which means there is nowhere for snowdrops to grow. There are many myths and legends about them as the earliest flowers. In the Old Testament legends, it is told that Eve cried a lot because of the expulsion from paradise. And then God decided to turn the cold wind and snowflakes into snowdrop flowers, so that the poor girl would stop crying and be comforted by the sight of these pretty plants. Another legend says that snowdrops are the tears of the very ancestress of mankind. On the 19th of April, the world celebrates Snowdrop Day. This holiday was initiated by the British in 1984, and soon it became popular. Nature is amazing, and a person can always live with it in harmony. Man is a part of nature. Nature is a part of human life. I love nature and do my best to preserve its beauty. Please love nature the way I do. That's it. Have a nice evening. Enjoy yourself.
Great.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you very much. That's lovely.
Very good, thank you. That was very interesting.